this year alone, they are not down during the administration. In fact, let's take a look at meth seizures at the border. Meth alone, we're only concentrating on that sort of darker green line that's trending above the rest. So what they're saying is that drug seizures are down only slightly since 2021, but up since 2023. Also notice that meth seizures alone since 2020 have exceeded 150,000 pounds per year. Okay, keep that number in your mind. It's always in every year of the Biden-Harris administration over 150,000 pounds. Well, let's look at the meth seizures from the Trump-Obama years. It never even exceeded 100,000 pounds. So never was it this high until the Biden administration took office. Now, you could read this chart and say, well, these are seizures. That means that the Biden-Harris administration is
That means that you don't know how many drugs got through.
seizing more drugs. Maybe they're more on it than Obama and Trump are. I don't know, because we don't know the ratio of what's seized versus what gets through. So if that ratio is constant, then we're to assume that more drugs are in our country. We don't have an answer for that. We need more context clearly before we jump to any conclusions. Okay, on to terrorists. The document correctly states that Muslim extremists want to strike inside the United States. That is true, but if we listen to why they want to hit us so badly, it's because we kill civilians in their countries with constant droning, and we support Israel's brutality on the Palestinians. That's what they tell us. In fact, Osama bin Laden and the Orlando nightclub pulse shooter tried to tell us this, but we don't listen. We just think, oh, that's Muslim extremism. We don't need to hear that, right? What if we just said, oh, because we attack them constantly, that's why they want to attack us? Maybe we should stop that and then stop the retaliation that we bring upon ourselves. We never stop to listen. We just think they're crazy. We don't hear their pleas to stop bombing their kids. Carry on. They also report that China, Russia, and Iran are going to step up their use of AI on us. No proof. They just say they're going to do it. Here's what they literally say under this document. You should look for yourself. They say Russia is likely to do this, and Iran almost certainly will do it too. That's what we get for proof. That the DHS is saying likely and they're almost certain that this is going to happen. Okay. What about human trafficking at the southern border? Basically, DHS says, yeah, that's a thing. So they give it a one-page summary. It happens. Forced sex labor crossing at our southern border. It's happening. Social media helps it happen. Forced labor. They don't say how they're going to deal with it. They don't say who's doing it. They don't say it's an increased problem, which it is. It's just, yeah, that's a threat to
And
Homeland
social
Security.
media is the biggest problem.
Right.
Social media is the biggest problem.
Sure.
Right. Okay. So on Twitter is the biggest problem, I'm sure. So let's go after Elon Musk and take down Twitter. Not our facilitation by the Catholic Charities, by HIAS, the Hebrew Immigration and Aid Society, the Department of Homeland Security under Alejandro Mayorkas, the Biden administration, but social media is the biggest problem with human trafficking in the
And
United
forced
States.
labor and all this stuff. Yeah, it happens. It's just saying, yep, continues to happen. That's the thing. And we don't have a plan to stop it. We are not tracking it. We don't know who's doing it. We're not really all that concerned, but it's a thing. So this document reads more like a war document than an actual document of what they're trying to solve at all. They're just warning you of, it reads to me, this is a bingo card of all the things they will use to sell you the war next, because they're not clearly trying to stop any of this. They're just telling you what to be afraid of so that you can just, it's a trample. It's a layup. Like, who are we going to sell you a war for? Here, come jump here. Come jump here. Oh, human trafficking, we got it. Iran, AI from Russia. And you'll borrow this, you'll buy it if you read between the lines and support a foreign war, I suppose. But it's not surprising given that we keep watching them not solve problems as they escalate. So read the document for yourself. Let me know what you think. Are you going to buy this and march right on into a war? Or are you going to demand that someone actually stop these things? What do you want?
Like I said again, stupid is what stupid does. And we're allowing them to just fuck clean over us because we the stupid ones. It's time for us to wake up and realize common sense is the way to go.
Easy Vine. Using a report going on midnight tonight. I don't blame you. Got Easy Vine. Using a report going on midnight tonight.
Here's a dirty patch. We can reverse any disease and SQ remain. This is a kill.
Does not sleep through the night. Ever. Does not sleep through the night. That's because onions know when you're stressed. And they release a chemical called tryptophan. Tryptophan. Which is an amino acid that works as a sedative. Yes. I'm trying to get you guys on about what onions do. We started with cutting them up, putting them in onion water, putting them in water, getting rid of REC. Yes, this is the next segment of the onion teaching with the onion lady. Onions know when you are stressed. They release this tryptophan, however the hell you say it, which is an amino acid that works as a sedative. Don't believe me? Let's go to the green screen, because all of y'all don't even believe me sometimes. So I'm going to have to pull the green screen on y'all. Let's go. So this lady went on to say that her daughter never sleeps, has never slept through the night, something along that line. I don't know.
simulated news reports. It's like this. This is really what they're preparing for us. This video is called Get Ready, Watch. Catastrophic contagion of global challenge. Official teams in Latin American countries alerted the WHO of some outbreaks of a new infectious disease that's mysteriously appearing across the region. The severe epidemic coronavirus respiratory syndrome 2021. Oh, so that's the name, guys. Just write this down. That'll be the name of it, okay?
Sears.
It's going to be called the Severe Epidemic Enterovirus Respiratory Syndrome in 2025 is when we'll see it. Okay. Now it says at the bottom this is a fictional scenario, but come on. This is the video that Bill Gates put together. Along with the team, complete with most doctors. Project Mockingbird was the project of the deep state to control us via the media, but it worked much better in an era where there were 3 broadcast networks who didn't have to control that many properties. The reason that the narrative broke was because Goliath was focused on controlling the mainstream media properties, and it didn't think it had to care about the off Joe Rogan man cave stuff. Why should it care what a podcast was? Who cares what gets said on private radio, right? But that mattered a lot to those people when they realized they were being lied to and they were doing harm to themselves because of those lies. Tuned out the mainstream media and they started searching for information elsewhere. The punchline is, if you want to beat the deep state, what you need to do is you need to drag Goliath on territory he doesn't understand. That's where we win. Project Mockingbird was the project of
If you needed scam texts like these, your data was probably leaked online somewhere. Now, most of you can probably spot.
We will rebuild our cities, including Washington, D.C., making them safe, clean, and beautiful again. Because of things like that. We will U.S. dollars
We want the dollar. The dollar is everything to United States of America's corporation. Printing the dollar. I don't want no more digital nothing. We already in digital dealing with the dollar. I want to be able to trade currency with the dollar. My question to you is, what do you want? The people of the United States of America's corporation, for the people, by the people. We need to have a say so. We don't need nobody representing us no more because our representatives aren't worth a quarter.
Cherish, take care of us. But it's very important. Like losing a war. If somebody says the public country, we're going to pull out of the reserve currency, I will say the following. That's okay. But I'm going to charge you a 200% tariff on all the business you do in the United States of America, and it goes into effect today, and they will look at me and they will say, sir, you've decided to stay in the reserve currency, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know, Tony can tell you this. There are some people that say, we love Trump.
Elsewhere. The punchline is, if you want to beat the deep
But
state,
we
what you need
don't
to do is you need
like
to drag Goliath on
And
territory
I
he
say,
doesn't understand.
no,
That's where
no, because I actually think I'm a nice person. Well, I just, all I want to do is save us. That's it. Okay.
But it worked much
So-
better.
That's all I want to hear, Trump. Shit. Let them fuckers and run our shit.
I just want to
I mean, just giving our shit away that migrants that shouldn't even be here.
And then a couple of our senators said, here's the problem. You like his policy.
Why should it care what
His
podcast
policy
does?
only
Who
works
cares
with
what
him.
gets said on
Because
private
like
radio,
what I
right? But
just
that
told you,
mattered a
how
lot
many
to
people
those
would
people when
say
they
to the
realized they
head
were
of the
being
country
lied to
that
and they were doing harm to themselves because of those lies. Tuned out the mainstream media and started searching for information
he said he's
elsewhere.
going
The
to
punchline
tax
is, if you
American companies at a very high rate, higher than other companies. And I said, I mentioned some people, don't let him do it. Don't tell him you're not going to do it. And if he does it, he could have a problem. They went and they came back and they said, sir, we haven't been successful. I said, go do it again, and after that, I'll take it. And they did it again, and they were unsuccessful. They came to me. They said, no, he's going to tax American companies. Now, this is France. They're going to tax American companies at a very high rate. Very few others, but American companies. And I said, get him on the phone. I got him on the phone. Emmanuel, how are you? Oh, Donald, I am fine. Thank you so much. I said, Emmanuel, I understand that you're going to put a very big tax on American companies. Now, as your president, I have to protect American companies. I can't let that happen. And other companies and other countries aren't going to be taxed. Like hell, that's going to happen. So I said, I understand that's going to happen. Emmanuel, yes, Donald, it is already passed by essentially their legislature. I said, no. I said, no, Emmanuel, you're not going to do that. Yes, Donald, it's too late. I'm so sorry, President, I'm so sorry. I said, it's not too late. Not too late. Because if you do that, I'm going to put a 100% tariff on every bottle of wine and every bottle of champagne that you send into the United States of America. 100%. And he said, that's not fair. That's not fair. I said, listen, it's not fair that you're taxing our companies at more than other countries' companies. So to me, it's very fair. He said, I told him, and I was very late. I think I was probably working on one of the hoaxes or something that was, keeps you busy. The Democrat scams and hoaxes. I said, Emmanuel, I don't have time. I'm giving you 5 minutes to call me. If you will, please call me back within 5 minutes. Let me know it, because I'm ready to sign this tax. I will call back. He called back in about 2 minutes. He said, Donald, I have decided that we will not charge this tax on American companies. Thank you, Emmanuel, very much. See you soon, Pa. I did so much of that.
You've probably seen this guy all over your feed claiming he built a $5.5 million business in 90 days.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Alright, so I'm going to keep this intro real short here. What I've witnessed here, this Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, I gotta say, I think it's one of the most incredible events I've ever seen. It might be the best political rally, the most significant, the most impactful political rally in American history, and I truly mean that. So many incredible moments. I watched the entire thing, and it was just a rapid fire of incredible moments. And that right there pretty much describes the video. I've taken all those amazing moments, put them all together in one presentation. Just truly amazing stuff. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so I just turned the mic off and I was debating which clip I wanted to play first. But upon reflection, going back and seeing all these clips, it really shouldn't have even been a question. This moment right here, I think there's only one way to describe it. This was powerful. Donald Trump finally takes the stage in Butler, Pennsylvania, of course, after the previous rally in Butler was cut short, and his first words were this.
Lee, thank you very much, really, and thank you, a very big thank you to Pennsylvania. We love Pennsylvania. And as I was saying,
That's my president.
oh, I love that. I love that.
That's my president.
That chart. I love that graph.
As I was saying, Donald Trump says, look, we're picking up right where we left off. Honestly, it's hard to record reactions in these moments, because in a certain way, I'm kind of left speechless. I don't know what to say. It's one of the most epic things I think I've ever seen. Once again, Trump is living by his mantra, his newly formed mantra, fight, fight, fight. I'm getting chills, I'm getting goosebumps. And really, I think that was a trend here. It feels almost as if lightning was caught in a bottle.
Now, that's my president. That's my president.
Again, I don't know what to say other than repeat.
Now that's my president, Trump 2025. Keep the mega train alive. The mega mafia is in the house.
Myself, I'm getting chills. I'm getting actual goosebumps. We are witnessing history. Donald Trump's taken something so sinister, so extreme, so evil, and he's turned it into a freaking positive. And not in a cynical political manner, in a beautiful manner. He's essentially saying we will not live in fear. We will not cower. The energy is just electric, and I'm feeling probably more hopeful than I have since this Kamala blitz started. You know, like I always say, you never want to underestimate the Democrats. But after seeing this event, I'm thinking, how can Kamala possibly compete with this? All eyes are glued to Butler, Pennsylvania right now. I mean, just look at this, as Decoy Voice points out on Twitter, 100,000 live viewers, and he's not even there yet. On the Fox News live stream, before Trump even took to the stage, on one stream alone, we're seeing over 100,000 live viewers. Kamala Harris could never achieve this no matter how many celebrities she brings on stage. And talk about outshining. Donald Trump is making literal history. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris is suffering catastrophically embarrassing moments like this as her teleprompter malfunctions and she's forced to go off script.
We don't need no election. We want Trump. Election waste of time. We want Trump. Ask the Americans. You don't know to vote. You can do a poll. You'll get more people say they want Trump than anything. Let's go. So you get more people that want Trump than anything. You gotta realize anything else they gonna lie to us.
32 days.
So we do right now. We want Trump poll.
We will do it.
Let's do a poll. And you see Facebook up there. You'll see for yourself.
Because this is going to be a very tight race until the very end. This is going to be a very tight race until the very end. We are the underdog, and we know we have some hard work ahead.
I'm just saying.
What a lot of people don't realize is for years men have been using.
We are the underdog, and we know we have some hard work ahead.
Just to make that contrast clearer from the point of electoral politics, this moment is huge. There's a massive gap between these two candidates. Kamala Harris is pretending as if she's fighting for something. She's pretending as if she represents something authentic and genuine, but she doesn't. Meanwhile, Donald Trump actually does and is actually fighting for something. I really think Trump's opening remarks hit the nail on the head.
Yet we are here this evening in record numbers. This is a big crowd. This is a big one. This is a big one. Not only to mark the triumph of American spirit, but and you know that this is really, truly, in the truest sense, spirit over evil and adversity, but also to pay tribute to some of the best and bravest we have ever known. This field is now a monument to the valor of our first responders, to the resilience of our fellow citizens, and to the sacrifice of a loving and devoted father, a really great man. You know that.
A triumph of the American spirit over evil and adversity. And boy, what a triumph. This event was freaking huge. Not only in terms of the online presence, but just take a look at this bird's eye view of the rally.
Ooh, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people, boy. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people, baby. That's a lot of people.
An absolutely massive crowd. There might be 60, 70, maybe even more thousand people who showed up. Again, a solemn moment in American history, one for the history books. People from all over the country flying in, show their respects. There are so many people who showed up for this rally. Even Elon Musk is there, hanging out with everybody in the crowd.
We will not bend. We will not break. We will not yield.
And you know what this makes me think of? I've said it so many times before, but once again, it makes it so clear. The left, of course, the mainstream media and their slanderous ways, they've spent years demonizing the Trump movement as angry, racist, hate-fueled, but obviously it's anything but. The Democrats pretend as if they have a monopoly on compassion, but they're the least compassionate, most snaky people around in politics. Meanwhile, once again, on this side, I'm seeing true compassion. I'm seeing true love. It's like I always say with you guys, my beautiful supporters. You know, the left is always going on how the right is so dangerous, those evil MAGA extremists. But I see you guys in the comments. I see the way you guys interact. You're beautiful people, salt of the earth. And that's exactly what I'm seeing here. The left is going to go on. They're going to take all these clips out of context. They're going to try to portray this rally as something negative. But there's no negativity here. There's only love. You know, like real, genuine love and compassion. Some of these moments honoring Corey Comper.
Let's do a vote. Without
or a fallen firefighter.
Without a vote.
Where do we sit with that straight bullet?
Let's ask the people on YouTube, Twitter,
they're just heart
and X.
Wrenching.
Facebook and Twitter, which is X. Let's just do a survey, not really a vote.
We also had this clip of,
but we already know a survey is just like a vote.
Donald Trump being greeted by Corey Comperatore's family as he disembarked his plane onto the tarmac. Donald Trump also led a moment of silence.
Again, I would like to ask everyone to join me in a moment of silence.
There was also this moment where the paramedic who took care of Trump at the Butler Memorial Hospital took the stage.
As we all rely on our training, there are some things that you can never be prepared for. Saturday, July 13th. I was working the evening President Trump was shot. That evening, I witnessed a man with a deeply rooted bond with his family. I heard him speak with his wife, his children, and his grandchildren. He let them know that he was safe and that he was being taken care of. I heard his daughter say, "Only by the grace of God, you are here." The man that we all see on TV with the strong personality who sometimes doesn't mince for words, or who is seen as a wealthy, powerful businessman, was not the man that I stood beside that evening. What I saw was a man that in the aftermath of one of the most terrifying experiences of his life showed resiliency. He showed strength and courage. He showed that his family was at the forefront. He was a husband, a father, and a grandfather. He was compassionate and grateful. He was kind and humble. Several times I stood and stared at him with tears rolling down my cheeks. He was someone's dad. He's a human just like you and me. I held the hand of that man who sends out the mean tweets, and I thanked him for loving our country and fighting for our freedoms.
And this moment where the crowd chanted, "We love you." And I mean, really speaking to that slander coming from the media that the Trump group is a basket of deplorables, despicable people. Look at this. As Trump stops his speech midway while medics are attending to somebody who seems to have fainted, the crowd collectively and naturally just broke out into the national anthem. Look how amazing this is. And so it's exactly that. I said that in the intro. I was going to hit you guys with a bunch of clips, and I'm sure you're noticing it. I'm hitting you with a flurry of love and compassion and courage. I've never seen a movement like this, let alone political movements. I think we're truly witnessing something special. And to be honest with you, this might be the day where Donald Trump won the 2024 election. But of course, we'll have to see. All I know is this was one of the most incredible events that I've ever witnessed, and I'm just glad to be a part of it in some small way. Anyways, that's...
Thank you, and I love you, Mr. Hoodie Man.